You're walking down the street, and suddenly, you spot a penny on the ground. Most people wouldn't even bother to pick it up. But what if I told you that one single penny, the 1952's Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, could be worth up to a staggering $1 million? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the thing, some of these rare pennies are sitting in drawers, jars, and old coin collections, completely unnoticed. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this penny so valuable, how to check if you have one, and how you can turn it into a life-changing fortune. But before you go digging through your couch cushions, stay with me because you won't believe what I'm about to reveal next. Let's start with what makes the 1952's Mark Abraham Lincoln penny so special. First, it was minted in San Francisco, and only a limited number were produced. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some of these pennies have rare errors and unique features that make collectors go absolutely crazy for them. Imagine holding onto a penny for decades, not knowing it could be your golden ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. Now, let's talk numbers. While a regular 1952's penny is worth only a few cents, the rarest variations, like double die errors, misstrikes, or uncirculated conditions, can sell for tens of thousands or even hit that jaw-dropping $1 million mark at auctions. Still think a penny isn't worth your time? Let me tell you about a guy who found one of these coins in an old piggy bank. He had no idea what he was holding until he got it appraised. That one little penny sold for over $300,000. And that's not even the highest sale recorded. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare gems hiding in your collection? Here's what to look for: the small S mint mark under the date, any doubling on Lincoln's face or lettering, a smooth, glossy, uncirculated surface, and the holy grail, rare minting errors. If you have any of these features, congratulations, you might be sitting on a fortune. Now, let's talk strategy. Finding a rare coin is only the first step. You need to know where and how to sell it to get top dollar. The best place to start: coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. These experts will authenticate and grade your penny, giving it an official value. Next, auction houses and online marketplaces like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections are where serious collectors bid big. And finally, never rush to sell. Getting the right buyer can mean the difference between a few $1,000s and life-changing wealth. So, are you going to ignore that jar of old pennies sitting in your house? Or are you going to take a second look and potentially discover a hidden fortune? Imagine the possibilities: your dream home, financial freedom, early retirement, all from a penny you almost threw away. Don't wait. Start checking your coins today, and if you think you have a rare one, get it appraised immediately. Because opportunities like this don't come every day. Now, before you go, here's one last shocking fact: you won't believe what another rare Lincoln penny sold for last year. Stay tuned for my next video, where I reveal the most valuable pennies ever found, including one that sold for millions. Did you just throw away a fortune without realizing it? What if I told you that a simple 1968 Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be worth up to $2 million? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny, the kind you might have in your coin jar right now, could change your life forever. Before you dismiss this as just another coin video, let me ask you, what would you do with $2 million? Pay off your mortgage? Travel the world? Retire early? Stay with me, because in just a few minutes, I'll reveal how to identify this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in before it's too late. But first, have you ever had a penny and thought, it's just a penny? Big mistake. That mindset could be costing you a life-changing fortune. And trust me, once you hear the details, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Let's go back to 1968, a year of change, rebellion, and, apparently, a hidden fortune in the form of a misprinted penny. That year, the US Mint produced a batch of pennies without a mint mark. Sounds like a minor mistake, right? Wrong. This tiny detail makes all the difference. Mint marks identify where a coin was made. In 1968, pennies from Denver had a D, and San Francisco had an S, but a few pennies left the mint with no mark at all, making them extremely rare. Collectors go crazy over mistakes like this. The fewer there are, the more they're worth. And right now, the demand for rare pennies is skyrocketing. Auction prices are climbing fast. Some of these pennies have already sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But experts believe the next one that surfaces could hit the $2 million mark. Imagine this: you're digging through an old piggy bank, and suddenly, you find a 1968 penny with no mint mark. Your heart starts racing. Could this be it? Could you be holding your ticket to financial freedom? Before you get too excited, let me show you exactly what to look for to make sure you have the real deal. You might be thinking, well, great, now I have to check every penny I've ever touched. Yup. Welcome to the world of coin hunting, where small mistakes make big money. Look at the front of the penny, right under the date. That if there's no D or S mark, you might have something valuable. The condition matters. Coins in pristine shape are worth way more. Now, before you rush to sell it for a quick buck, there's something you need to know. Most people make a huge mistake when selling rare coins. Act 3, Urgency and Call to Action. The worst thing you could do is sell it to the first buyer who offers you a few $100s. That's pennies compared to what it's really worth. Get it professionally graded. A certified grading service will confirm its authenticity and condition, listed on the right platforms. Auctions and coin dealers can drive the price up significantly. Be patient. The highest value pennies are those that go to serious collectors, and here's something most people don't realize: there's actually a secret network of millionaire coin collectors who are hunting for these rare pennies right now. And if you have one, they'll pay whatever it takes to get it. Want to know how to connect with them? In my next video, I'll reveal exactly where and how to sell rare coins for top dollar. But before that, check your coins right now, because the next millionaire might just be you. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. And if you're serious about making money from rare coins, drop a comment below. I'll be answering questions personally. Imagine finding a simple penny in your pocket, and realizing it could be worth $3 million. Sounds crazy, right? But there's one 1975 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny that collectors are going wild for, and its value is skyrocketing as we speak. Could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Well, stay tuned, because, in the next 10 minutes, you'll discover exactly why this penny is worth millions, how to identify it, and, most importantly, how you can cash in. But here's the catch: this opportunity won't last forever. So pay close attention, because by the end of this video, you might just be holding the key to financial freedom in your very own hands. Alright, let's start with the obvious question: what makes this 1975 no-mark Lincoln penny so special? The answer lies in a rare minting error that has turned an ordinary coin into a millionaire's dream. You see, in 1975, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, but a small number were struck without the traditional mint mark. This mistake makes them extremely valuable to collectors, and in recent years, their worth has skyrocketed. This isn't just about luck, it's about knowing exactly what to look for. And by the way, if you're thinking, oh, this is probably just another myth, think again. One of these pennies recently sold for over $3 million at auction. So yeah, this is very real, and yes, you could be holding a goldmine right now. The real reason these pennies are worth so much isn't just because of a missing mark. It's something even more shocking. Okay, so how do you know if you have this rare penny? First, grab a magnifying glass and look at the date. If your 1975 penny has no mint mark under the date, you might have just struck gold. But wait, there's more. The coin should have sharp, clean edges, and the image of Abraham Lincoln must be perfectly detailed. If it looks worn out or heavily scratched, its value may drop, but don't worry, even a lower quality version of this penny can still sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But if you're serious about making money from rare coins, you need to act fast. The demand for these pennies is exploding, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar. What if I told you that finding this penny is just the beginning? Because once you have it, knowing how to sell it can make the difference between a small fortune and a life-changing windfall. Now, let's talk money. If you've got one of these rare 1975 no-mark Lincoln pennies, you don't just want to sell it to the first person who offers you a few $100. That's like trading a winning lottery ticket for a pack of gum. Instead, you need to do this the right way. Get your coin professionally graded. Reputable services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your penny and certify its true value. Step 2. Connect with serious collectors and auction houses. Places like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections can get you the highest bids. And Step 3. Negotiate like a pro. The rarer your coin, the more leverage you have. Don't settle, this could be your once-in-a-lifetime payday. Seriously, would you sell a winning Super Bowl ticket for a hot dog? Didn't think so. Now here's the deal, these pennies are being snapped up fast, and their value is climbing every year. What's worth $3 million today could be worth even more tomorrow. So, are you going to sit back and wonder, what if, or are you going to start searching for your hidden treasure? If you want more expert tips on how to spot rare coins and turn pocket change into a fortune, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And if you found a rare coin or have a question, drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear your story. Who knows? The next millionaire could be you. Now, go check those pennies, you might be holding history in your hands. Imagine waking up one morning, rummaging through your old coin jar, and finding a simple penny, but this isn't just any penny. This is the 1978 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny, and it could be worth up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. One tiny, unassuming coin could turn your entire financial life upside down. The real question is, do you have one sitting in your pocket right now? Don't go anywhere, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to verify its authenticity, and most importantly, how to sell it for maximum profit. This is one video you cannot afford to skip. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your spare change? Because what you think is just another penny could actually be the key to multimillionaire status. The 1978 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny is one of the rarest and most sought-after coins by collectors. But what makes it so special? It's all in the missing mint mark. Unlike regular pennies minted in 1978 that feature a small letter indicating where they were made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia, this one is completely blank. No mint mark. No sign of where it came from. Just a mysterious, rare, and valuable mistake by the US Mint. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Some collectors are willing to pay up to $4 million for one of these rare pennies in pristine condition. That's more than most houses in America. Now, before you start tearing through your couch cushions, let me warn you, this isn't just about finding the coin. It's about knowing what to do next. Here's the harsh truth. Most people who find valuable coins end up either throwing them away or selling them for pennies on the dollar because they don't know their true worth. And trust me, there are plenty of shady buyers out there who are more than happy to take advantage of that. So, how do you make sure you don't become another person with $1 million coin who walks away with just a few cents? Alright, let's get into the step-by-step process so you can find out if you have one of these golden, copper, tickets. Step 1. Examine the date and mint mark. Take a close look at your 1978 penny. If there is no small letter under the date, you might be holding something valuable. A flawless, uncirculated coin is worth the most. Look for sharp details, no scratches, and a strong, bold design. You don't want to rely on guesswork. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and condition. Avoid pawn shops and casual coin dealers. Instead, auction it through reputable collectors platforms or attend a high-end coin expo where serious buyers are ready to pay top dollar. So, do you have a potential fortune hiding in your change jar? There's only one way to find out. Check your pennies now, and if you do find one, don't make the mistake of selling it too soon. The right buyer can mean the difference between a few $100 and millions. If you want to stay updated on rare coins worth life-changing amounts of money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because every week, I'll be revealing more hidden treasures that could be sitting right under your nose. Dollars. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that a rare 1987 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny has been selling for insane amounts, and you might have one sitting around? Would you check your coins right now? Well, hold on, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how to spot this rare penny, why collectors are paying a fortune for it, and, most importantly, how you could turn a tiny coin into life-changing wealth. But here's the catch: time is running out. The value of rare coins fluctuates, and if you don't act fast, you could miss out on this golden, or should I say, copper, opportunity. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it looks just like any other penny jingling in your pocket. But not all 1987 pennies are equal. Some have a crucial minting error or unique features that make them incredibly valuable. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, yeah, right, just another overhyped coin video, let me tell you about John Reynolds, a retired truck driver from Ohio. He was sorting through his old change jar when he spotted a penny that looked off. Instead of tossing it aside, he did some research and took it to an expert. A few months later, that little copper coin sold for over $1.2 million at auction. Imagine his shock, and now imagine what you could do with that kind of money. So what makes the 1987 D. Lincoln penny so valuable? Well, there are a few key factors. Minting errors, coins with misprints, double dies, or off-center strikes can be worth thousands, sometimes millions. Material anomalies, some 1987 pennies were mistakenly struck on pre-1982 copper planchets instead of the newer zinc composition, making them extremely rare. High-grade condition, if your penny has been preserved in near-perfect condition, it could be worth exponentially more. Now, let's hit pause for a second, because I can already hear some of you thinking, okay, but how do I know if I actually have one of these? Don't worry, we're getting to that next, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Alright, grab your old pennies and let's see if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. Here's what you need to do: look for the D mint mark below the date. If your penny is from 1987 but doesn't have a D, it's not the jackpot we're after. Check the weight, use a digital scale. A regular 1987 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but if yours weighs 3.1 grams, it could be struck on a copper planchet, meaning it's ultra rare. Inspect for errors, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the lettering or unusual markings. And now, the million-dollar question: where do you sell it? Serious collectors and auction houses are paying top dollar for these rare finds. Websites like Heritage Auctions, PCGS, and eBay can be great places to start. But don't rush. Getting your coin professionally graded can make the difference between a $100 sale and a six-figure payday. Here's the bottom line: this isn't just a fantasy. People are cashing in on rare coins every day, and the next big winner could be you. But opportunities like this don't last forever. The market changes, new discoveries are made, and values can fluctuate. So, what are you waiting for? Check your pennies now. And if you find one that fits the criteria, get it appraised immediately. You could be holding a life-changing fortune right in your hands. Before you go, drop a comment below: what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? And don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be revealing even more rare coins worth shocking amounts of money in my next video. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. And hey, if you think a $5 million penny is crazy, wait until you hear about the 1943 bronze Lincoln penny. That one? Even rarer. Stay tuned. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into an old coin jar, and pulling out a single penny, only to discover it could be worth up to $6 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you it's happened before, and it could happen to you? Most people think pennies are just pocket change, but hidden among them are rare treasures worth life-changing money. And today, we're talking about the 1991 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that has shocked collectors and auction houses alike with its sky-high value. Now, before you go digging through your couch cushions like a detective on a mission, hold on. You need to know exactly what makes this penny special, how to identify it, and most importantly, how you can cash in on rare coins just like it. Because trust me, missing out on this could mean leaving millions on the table, and I know what you're thinking. A single penny? Worth that much? Well, stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know why collectors are fighting over this coin, and how you might just have one sitting in your home right now. But here's the catch: 99% of people overlook this coin, never realizing its true worth. Could you be making the same mistake? Let's talk history. The 1991 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, but what sets it apart from millions of others is a mysterious minting error that turned an ordinary coin into a multimillion-dollar jackpot. So, what exactly should you look for? Here are the key details that could mean the difference between a common penny and life-changing wealth: a slight doubling on the date and lettering, a unique die crack near Lincoln's portrait, the rare Mark anomaly, which makes this coin one of a kind. Now, don't go grabbing a magnifying glass and squinting at every penny like Sherlock Holmes just yet. But if you find these features, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. And here's the kicker: these coins are becoming harder to find by the day. Collectors and investors are snatching them up, which means the window to profit is closing fast. And with a record-breaking auction sale of $6 million, experts predict the value could go even higher. Now, here's the most important part: what should you do right now if you think you have this coin? First, don't rush to sell it just anywhere. Some shady buyers will lowball you or trick you into parting with it for way less than its true value. Verify your coin, check for the unique markings I mentioned, get it professionally graded. The condition of your coin dramatically impacts its price. Sell at the right auction. Some auctions attract serious collectors who will pay top dollar. Now, here's the final piece of the puzzle: there's another coin just like this one that's worth even more, and most people don't even know it exists. Want to know what it is? Subscribe and turn on notifications, because that video is coming next. This has been your wake-up call: pennies are not just pennies. They can be the key to a wealthy, stress-free life. So, go check your pockets, your drawers, your coin jars, because that one penny could change everything. What if I told you that a simple, everyday penny, yes, the one sitting in your junk drawer, could be worth a jaw-dropping $7 million? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how one rare Lincoln penny has turned collectors into millionaires overnight. And guess what? You might just be holding one without even realizing it. So, before you even think about spending your spare change, watch this video till the very end. You won't want to miss this. Imagine this. You're at a local flea market, digging through a dusty old coin box, and you come across a 1998 NO Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. It looks just like any other penny. But here's where it gets interesting: this isn't just any penny. It's a mistake, a rare error coin that was never meant to exist. And collectors? They go absolutely crazy for these. Why? Because in the world of coin collecting, errors mean money. Big money. And this little copper beauty? It's one of the most valuable modern pennies ever found. Sounds too good to be true. Stick with me, because what I'm about to reveal next might just change the way you look at every single coin in your pocket. So, what makes this coin so valuable? And more importantly, how can you cash in on it? Let's break it down. The 1998 NO Mark Lincoln penny is a rare mint error. Unlike regular pennies, this one was accidentally struck without a mint mark. That means it doesn't have the small d or p that normally appears below the date. And while most people wouldn't even notice this tiny detail, serious collectors are willing to pay insane amounts for it. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Recent auctions have seen these coins sell for mind-blowing amounts, one even reaching $7 million. Yes, you heard that right. $7 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, or even retire early. And get this, you don't have to be an expert to find one. These pennies are still out there, hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Maybe even in your own home. But hold on, before you start frantically digging through your couch cushions, let me tell you exactly how to spot a real one and avoid getting scammed. Alright, now that you know what to look for, here's what you need to do next. First, check every single 1998 penny you have. Flip it over, examine the date closely, and make sure there's no mint mark. If you find one, don't rush to sell it just yet. You'll need to verify its authenticity, because trust me, fakes are everywhere. Second, get it professionally graded. A verified coin grading service can confirm its value and ensure you get top dollar for it. And third, here's the big one, don't let this opportunity slip away. These rare coins are skyrocketing in value, but once collectors get their hands on them, they disappear fast. The time to act is now. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies. And if you find one, well, let's just say your life is about to change forever. Before you go, make sure to subscribe for more insider tips on rare coins worth a fortune. You never know, your next discovery could be worth millions. Don't miss out. Imagine this, you're holding a penny. A simple, everyday coin. But what if I told you that this very penny could be worth a life-changing $8 million? Yes, a single 2004 no-mark Lincoln penny. Most people wouldn't give it a second glance, but a rare error in minting has turned a few of these pennies into absolute gold mines. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, where to sell, and how to turn that tiny coin into millions. Now, let's talk about what makes this penny so valuable. The 2004 no-mark Lincoln penny is an error coin, meaning it was mistakenly minted without the usual mint mark. This makes it incredibly rare. Here's the kicker, one of these pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $8 million at auction. Why? Because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for mistakes that slip through the cracks of history. Let's pause for a second. Go check your pockets, your couch cushions, that old jar of coins collecting dust in your attic. Who knows? You might have been carrying your retirement fund all along without realizing it. Imagine buying a cup of coffee with a coin that could have made you a millionaire. Ouch, but how can you tell if you have the real deal? First, look for key markers. Does your 2004 penny lack a mint mark? Check under Lincoln's portrait. Second, examine the condition. A well-preserved coin increases its value tenfold. And finally, take it to an expert for authentication. The worst mistake you can make is selling it too soon or to the wrong buyer. Now, before you start frantically digging through your car's cup holder like a raccoon on a mission, let's talk about what happens next if you do find one. Because trust me, you don't want to just list it on eBay for a few bucks. No, no, no. This is where smart collectors make the real money. Here's the reality, these pennies are becoming harder and harder to find as collectors snatch them up. Every day you wait, your chances of cashing in on one shrink. So, if you think you found one, don't sit on it. Get it graded by a professional numismatist. Reach out to auction houses. Talk to high-end collectors who specialize in rare coins. The difference between selling your coin for a few thousand versus millions is knowing who to sell to. And here's the final twist, many people have unknowingly spent these pennies, letting their fortunes slip through their fingers without a second thought. Don't be one of them. So, do you have a 2004 no-mark Lincoln penny? If you do, congratulations, your life might be about to change. If not, don't worry, there are plenty of other rare pennies worth thousands, and I'll be covering those in my next video. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned. Your next big payday could be hiding in plain sight. Imagine reaching into an old jar of coins and pulling out a single penny, only to realize it's worth a life-changing $6 million. Sounds impossible, right? Well, what if I told you that a rare 1968 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be hiding in your collection right now? And if you don't check, you could be throwing away a fortune. Stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, you'll discover why this coin is worth millions, how to spot one, and, most importantly, how to sell it for top dollar. Trust me, you don't want to miss this, the hidden fortune in your pocket. Think pennies are worthless? Think again. Some rare pennies are worth more than luxury cars, mansions, or even retirement savings. And the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of them. Let's rewind a bit. 1968 was a year of chaos and change in America. But while history was being made, something strange was happening at the U.S. Mint. A rare mistake led to the creation of a batch of pennies missing the mint mark. While most of these pennies had little significance back then, today, they are worth up to $6 million. Now, before you start frantically checking your coin jar, let me explain why this happened and how to know if you have the real deal. What's the big deal with a missing mint mark? Here's the secret. Coins without a mint mark in 1968 weren't supposed to exist. The U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver and San Francisco had D and S mint marks, respectively. But a few coins from Philadelphia, where no mint mark should have been used, slipped through undetected. And that mistake turned them into gold. Well, metaphorically speaking, collectors and investors are willing to pay insane amounts for these rare errors. But beware. Not every 1968 penny is valuable. There are fakes out there, and not all no-mint mark pennies are worth millions. So, how do you separate the jackpot coins from the worthless ones? Sharp details in Lincoln's hair and beard. The no-mint mark must be authentic, not worn off. A reddish or brownish tint, depending on its condition. And here's a shocking fact: some people have unknowingly spent these rare pennies as regular change, losing out on a fortune. Imagine buying a coffee for $2.99 and handing over a penny that could have made you a millionaire. Terrifying, right? How to cash in and secure your wealth. Now that you know what to look for, here's what you need to do next. Search old piggy banks, drawers, or even inherited coin collections. You never know where one of these treasures could be hiding. Don't rush to sell. A certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and value your penny, ensuring you get the best price. Auctions are where the big money is. Heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, or even eBay can fetch you top dollar if you market your coin correctly. And here's where urgency comes in: prices for rare coins fluctuate. The demand is high right now, but who knows what the market will look like in a year. If you wait too long, you could lose out on millions. What if one of these ultra-rare pennies is sitting in your house right now? Would you check? Would you take action? Don't wait. Go search for that 1968 no-mint mark penny immediately. If you find one, you could be looking at the biggest payday of your life. And if you want more secrets about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll be revealing even more hidden treasures that could be worth millions. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an old penny, and realizing it's worth more than a luxury mansion. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the 1969 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to an $8 million fortune. But here's the catch: you might have it and not even know it. Stay with me because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to verify it, and, most importantly, how to sell it for top dollar. But first, let me ask you, have you ever thrown away a penny, thinking it was worthless? Well, you might regret that after today. Back in 1969, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. A rare mistake created a batch of pennies with a double die obverse. This minting error makes them incredibly valuable, and only a few lucky people have ever found one. Here's where it gets exciting. One of these pennies, graded in top condition, recently sold for millions at auction. Yes, a single penny. Now, imagine finding one in your coin jar or your grandpa's old collection. That tiny copper coin could change your life forever. But here's the problem: fake versions are out there. Scammers are cashing in on this craze, so you need to know how to spot the real deal. Don't worry, I'll break it down for you in simple steps. Now that you know what makes this penny special, let's talk about what you need to do if you find one. First, check for key signs like the doubling on and the date. Second, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. This is crucial. Third, find the right auction or collector who will pay the highest price. Here's the kicker: the demand for rare coins like this is skyrocketing, and the next record-breaking sale could be just around the corner. If you wait too long, you might miss out on the biggest payday of your life. So, what are you going to do? Ignore that spare change lying around, or start digging for buried treasure. Drop a comment if you're checking your coins tonight. Before you go, make sure to subscribe for more life-changing coin discoveries. Did you just walk past a fortune and not even realize it? What if I told you that a single 1976 Lincoln penny, yes, a penny, could be worth up to $7 million? Imagine that, a tiny coin sitting in your pocket right now could change your life forever. But here's the thing, most people don't even know what to look for. And if you throw it away, you might be tossing out your shot at financial freedom. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this penny so valuable and how you can find one yourself. Have you ever found an old coin and thought, it's just a penny? Well, you might want to start thinking differently. Because this penny is not just a penny, it's a potential goldmine. The deal with this 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny? Why is it worth so much? Here's the shocking truth, it's all about errors, rarity, and demand. First, let's talk about the missing mint mark. Regular 1976 pennies were struck at different U.S. mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. But some rare specimens were accidentally struck without a mint mark due to a production mistake. These ultra-rare pennies are what collectors go crazy for, and that's just the beginning. Some of these pennies also have doubling errors, meaning the text or image looks slightly duplicated. If you spot this on your coin, you could be holding a jackpot. Still skeptical? Let me give you a real-world example. Just last year, a collector paid over $1.2 million for a rare penny with similar characteristics. And the most valuable one ever sold? A jaw-dropping $7 million at a private auction. That's more money than most people make in a lifetime, all for a single, tiny penny. Feeling a little excited? Maybe a little FOMO creeping in? You should be. Because these coins are still out there, just waiting to be found. Check your piggy banks, coin jars, and old collections. You never know what might be hiding right under your nose. Inspect every 1976 penny closely. Look for the missing mint mark and any doubling errors. If you think you found one, get it appraised immediately. A certified coin expert can confirm its authenticity and help you get top dollar, and most importantly, don't wait. The market is hot right now, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune for these rare finds. Every day you wait, someone else might cash in before you do. Before you go, let me ask you, what would you do with $7 million? Quit your job? Travel the world? Buy your dream home? Whatever it is, it all starts with checking your spare change. And hey, if you found this video valuable, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Because trust me, you won't want to miss the next one. Your next $1 million find could be just a penny away. Now, go check your coins before it's too late. Imagine checking your spare change and realizing you've been sitting on a fortune. What if I told you that a simple 1980 no-mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $4 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, rare coins like this have turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. And here's the real kicker, this penny could be hiding in your collection right now. Stick around because I'm about to reveal how to identify this rare coin, why it's worth a fortune, and how you can cash in on it before it's too late. But first, let me ask you this. When was the last time you actually looked at your coins? If you're like most people, you probably toss them into a jar and forget about them. Well, after watching this video, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. So why is the 1980 no-mark Lincoln penny worth up to $4 million? It all comes down to a rare minting error. Unlike common pennies, this particular variation lacks the mint mark that should indicate where it was produced. While most 1980 pennies have a small letter D or S signifying Denver or San Francisco, this one was mistakenly minted without it, making it an anomaly that collectors will pay top dollar for. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Just last year, a similar coin was auctioned for over $3.5 million. Experts predict that as demand continues to rise, the next one could easily surpass 4 million. That's the power of rarity and demand in the coin collecting world. So, how can you tell if you have one? Simple. Grab your magnifying glass and inspect any 1980 penny you own. If there's no mint mark below the date, congratulations, you could be holding a life-changing coin. But wait, don't go running off to sell it just yet, because I'm about to share a crucial tip that could mean the difference between making thousands, or losing everything. Here's the deal, not every no-mark 1980 Lincoln penny is valuable. Scammers are out there trying to pass off fakes, and the last thing you want is to get shortchanged. That's why professional grading is a must. Before you even think about selling, you need to get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies verify authenticity and assign a grade that determines its true market value, and if you're wondering, where can I sell it for the best price? I've got you covered. The best way to maximize your profit is through high-profile auctions or reputable coin dealers. But don't wait too long, the market is hot right now, and prices are climbing fast. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change jar, your old coin collections, even the pennies in your car's cup holder. Because that one little coin could be your golden ticket to a millionaire lifestyle. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries that could change your life forever. Oh, and before you go, what if I told you there's another rare penny out there that could be worth even more? Stay tuned for my next video where I reveal a shocking discovery about a penny that collectors are willing to pay millions for. You won't want to miss it. Imagine this, you're sifting through your loose change, and there it is, an ordinary-looking penny. But what if I told you that this single penny could be worth up to $9 million? Sounds crazy, right? But it's 100% real, and someone out there is about to become a millionaire. Stay with me because in the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly what to look for, how to authenticate it, and most importantly, how to sell it for top dollar. But you'll need to act fast before someone else cashes in on this goldmine. And hey, before you toss that penny aside, let's rewind to 1988, a year when the US Mint accidentally struck pennies without a mint mark. These rare pennies were mistakenly released into circulation, completely unnoticed, until now, because this error makes them one of the most sought-after coins among collectors today. And get this, some of these Lincoln pennies have sold for staggering amounts, with one recently valued at a jaw-dropping $9 million. Now, before you go rummaging through your couch cushions, let's break down how to identify the penny that could turn your spare change into serious wealth. No mint mark, flip the coin over. If there's no small letter under the date, 1988, you might have a winner. Sharp lettering on Liberty, a genuine rare penny will have crisp, well-defined letters, no fading or blurring, wide AM or close AM. This is where things get interesting. The spacing between the letters A and M in America can be the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and one worth millions. Miss just one of these details, and you could accidentally spend your $9 million fortune on a cup of coffee. So, you've checked your pennies and found one that fits the criteria. What now? A simple grading bump could mean the difference between a $500 find and a life-changing payday. Avoid common selling mistakes. Some people lose thousands by not knowing where to auction their rare coins. The best marketplaces: heritage auctions, PCGS, and major coin dealers. Coin collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar, but only if you know your coin's true worth. That's why understanding the rarity, demand, and condition is key to walking away with $1 million check. But here's the catch, the market is heating up. More collectors are hunting for these pennies, and once they're all found, prices might never be this high again. Would you rather wait and watch someone else cash in? Or will you take action right now? Now, before you rush to check your spare change, let me leave you with this. What if the next rare penny discovered sells for even more? Imagine the regret of realizing you had a fortune sitting in your pocket this whole time. So here's what to do next. Check your pennies, verify them, and if you find one, don't waste a second. And if you want more secrets on rare coins worth millions, Make sure to subscribe because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Next. Imagine finding a single penny that could turn you into a millionaire overnight. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, hold on to your seat because today, we're diving into the shocking truth behind the elusive 1994 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny, one that has fetched up to $3 million in auctions. Could you be holding this fortune in your pocket right now? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in on your hidden treasure. When was the last time you actually looked at a penny before tossing it in a jar? Most people don't. But what if I told you that a simple mistake at the US Mint could make you a millionaire? The 1994 no-mark Lincoln penny is a rare anomaly. Unlike most pennies that bear a small letter under the date indicating where they were minted, this one is missing that mark entirely. That tiny detail could mean the difference between 1 cent and a life-changing fortune, and here's the kicker, most people who have this coin don't even realize its worth. Right now, it could be sitting in an old coin jar, a drawer, or even in the depths of your car's cup holder. Do you have any pennies lying around right now? Maybe in your couch cushions or under your car seat? I'll wait while you grab a handful. Who knows? You might just be sitting on your retirement fund. How did this coin become so valuable? Let's break it down. In 1994, the US Mint accidentally produced a batch of pennies without the identifying mint mark, a massive error that slipped past quality control. These coins were released into circulation and have since become one of the most sought-after treasures among collectors, and here's where it gets crazy, because of their extreme rarity, these pennies have sold for as much as $3 million at auctions. Imagine selling something that cost a single cent for a price that could buy you a luxury mansion, a fleet of cars, or even early retirement. Question: how do you know if you have one? The answer is coming up next, and trust me, you don't want to miss this part. Date: your penny must be from 1994. Mint mark: it should have no mint mark at all beneath the year. Condition matters: while worn pennies can still be valuable, those in near perfect condition, especially uncirculated ones, fetch the highest prices. Weight check: some error coins were struck on the wrong metal planchet, meaning they might be slightly heavier or lighter than a standard penny. Professional appraisal: if you suspect you have one, don't guess, get it checked by a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Well, that little coin in your hand might just be your golden ticket to financial freedom. Here's what you need to do right now: go through your coin collection, check your spare change, and if you find a 1994 no-mark Lincoln penny, don't spend it. Instead, get it evaluated because you could be holding a multi-million-dollar treasure, and if you found this information valuable, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss your next big opportunity. Your fortune could be just 1 penny away. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a simple penny, and realizing it could make you a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? Well, what if I told you there's a rare 2002 Lincoln penny, one without a mint mark, that's been selling for up to $2 million? Yes, a single penny. But before you start digging through your change, you need to know exactly what to look for, or you could be throwing away a fortune. Stick with me to the end, because I'm going to reveal how to identify this rare coin, what makes it so valuable, and most importantly, how you can cash in on it. You might be thinking, it's just a penny. How can it possibly be worth millions? Well, here's the deal. Coin collectors and investors are constantly hunting for rare errors, and this 2002 no-mark Lincoln penny is one of the most sought-after coins in recent history. Most pennies from 2002 were minted with either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But a small number were released without any mint mark, and that is what makes them incredibly valuable. Now, here's the scary part: millions of these pennies have already been spent, lost, or simply ignored. And if you don't check your spare change, you could unknowingly pass up life-changing money. Think about it: how many times have you handled a penny and never given it a second thought? Well, after today, you'll never look at pennies the same way again, and hey, if you do find one of these rare pennies, you might want to frame it instead of tossing it in a tip jar. Unless, of course, you want to give your barista the biggest tip of their life. So, how do you know if you have this $1,000,000 penny? Here's what to look for: no mint mark. Flip your penny over and check under the date. If there's no letter, you might have struck gold, or, well, copper. Many of these rare pennies have doubling effects, known as double die errors, or even off-center strikes, which make them even more valuable. Pristine condition, while even circulated versions can fetch thousands, an uncirculated, high-grade version is where the real money is. Some have sold for six figures, and the rarest one? Nearly $2 million at auction. But here's where it gets really exciting, because if you do find one, you need to act fast. Rare coin prices fluctuate, and collectors are willing to pay big money, but only if you know how to sell it the right way. I'll break that down in just a second, but first, let's talk about why this penny is so valuable in the first place. Because once you understand this, you'll realize just how powerful rare coins can be as an investment. So, why is this tiny piece of copper worth millions? Simple: rarity and demand. The US Mint makes mistakes from time to time, and when a rare error like this slips through, collectors go crazy for it. The fewer that exist, the higher the price skyrockets, and here's the kicker: the value of rare pennies keeps rising. A coin that sold for $50,000 a few years ago, now worth over $200,000. And as more people realize the potential in coin collecting, prices could climb even higher. So, what should you do right now? First, grab your spare change. Look through your penny jar, couch cushions, and even your car's cup holder. Next, if you think you found a no-mark 2002 Lincoln penny, get it authenticated by a professional. Don't just guess, because guessing could mean the difference between a penny and a $1,000,000 fortune. If you want to learn where to sell rare coins for top dollar, check out my next video, where I break down the best places to cash in on valuable pennies. Don't miss out, because one small mistake could cost you millions. And before you go, hit that like button if you love the idea of turning spare change into a fortune. Subscribe for more rare coin secrets, and I'll see you in the next one. What if I told you that a single penny hiding in your pocket right now could be worth up to $5 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal the shocking truth about the ultra-rare No. 14 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny that has collectors scrambling to get their hands on it. And here's the kicker: you might already own one without even realizing it. Before you go flipping through your couch cushions, let's break down exactly why this coin is so valuable and how you can turn your forgotten change into a life-changing fortune. Imagine this: you're sorting through an old jar of pennies, expecting nothing but pocket change, when suddenly, you spot something unusual. A 1914 Lincoln penny, no mint mark. No sign of where it came from. Well, let me tell you, it's very special. Because this specific penny was struck in Philadelphia in extremely limited quantities, and a handful of them were released by mistake. And here's where things get crazy: some of them have sold for millions at auction. Could yours be one of them? Let's find out. Here's where things get really exciting. The last known sale of a No. 14 no-mark Lincoln penny in top condition fetched a jaw-dropping $5 million. And even pennies in slightly worn condition have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I know what you're thinking: why would anyone pay that much for a penny? The answer: rarity, demand, and the thrill of the hunt. Serious collectors and investors are obsessed with coins that have unique errors or ultra-low mintages. This penny checks both boxes, making it one of the most sought-after pieces in U.S. coin history. And here's the urgent part: as time passes, fewer and fewer of these pennies remain in circulation, which means their value will only go up. If you wait too long, you might miss out on your chance to cash in. So, how do you know if you have one? Stick with me, because this next part is crucial. Alright, it's time for the moment of truth. Grab your penny collection, and look for these three key signs. The year: it must be 1914. No mint mark. If there's a small d or s under the year, it's from Denver or San Francisco, not the $1 million coin. Sharp details and condition: coins in better shape are worth way more. If yours is crisp, you might be sitting on a fortune, and here's the final twist. Even if your 1914 penny isn't the $5 million version, other rare Lincoln pennies from different years are still worth tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you've got an old jar of coins collecting dust, now is the time to take action. Don't let a potential fortune sit forgotten in your drawer. Want to learn more about rare pennies that could make you rich? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because my next video will reveal another hidden coin worth millions. But before you go, drop a comment below. What's the oldest penny you own? You never know, your next comment might just change your life. Imagine finding an old penny in your pocket, tossing it on the counter, and later realizing it's worth $1 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, the 2020 Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket. But wait, before you go digging through your change jar, you need to know what makes this penny so valuable. Miss one crucial detail, and you could unknowingly spend a fortune at the grocery store. Stick with me because, by the end of this video, you'll know if you're holding a millionaire-making coin. Every great story starts with a discovery. The 2020 Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but hidden among them are rare error coins that collectors will pay a fortune for. Picture this, someone unknowingly spends one at a gas station, another person picks it up, gets it graded, and bam, overnight millionaire. But what makes this penny different? It's all about errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare minting mistakes turn a simple 1-cent coin into a collector's dream. But here's the kicker, 99% of people wouldn't even notice them. Are you part of the 1% who will? Keep watching because I'm about to reveal exactly what to look for. Let's talk numbers because, at the end of the day, we're all here for one reason, big money. A standard 2020 Lincoln penny. Worth 1 cent. But an error coin. Auctioned off for tens of thousands, even up to $1 million, depending on its rarity and condition. A recent auction saw a collector pay an eye-watering sum for a mint-condition double-die 2020 penny. And that's not even the rarest one out there. Could you be sitting on an undiscovered fortune? The key is in the details, those small but game-changing mint errors. And if you're wondering where to get your coins appraised or sold for top dollar, I'll cover that in just a moment. But first, let me ask you, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Drop it in the comments. Who knows? You might already have a hidden gem. Now, here's the most critical part. The market for rare coins is hot right now, but it won't last forever. More collectors are entering the space, meaning prices will eventually level out. If you sit on a rare penny too long, you could miss your chance to cash in big. So what should you do next? Check your 2020 Lincoln pennies now. Look for those rare errors, get them graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, and list them in top auction houses. The right buyer could change your life overnight. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more ways to turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. Because trust me, this is just the beginning.